Yeah, this is SIG Release Meeting on November 6th. Due to KubeCon, we don't have many attendees here. So probably Rado and Akash, probably we can just go over the board real quick, maybe. Rado, if you can just share us quickly with the updates, so probably we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, for Nephew Experimental, everything's set up there. We've already tested a few tests to run there. It also displays on a Pro UI, so we're good on this.
Okay.
There's one more thing about the EasyCLA. So this has to be also configured on the LFX side. I will ping Kenny about this. Probably what I suppose the setting which is missing is you have to specifically enable it once again on all the repositories in order for it to work. So I will just after the call, I will message him.
Okay.
If he could check this. It is out of our scope, so we cannot manage it by ourselves. But I've seen the panel for EasyCLI, how it looks like, so get the general idea. Because on the repository side, you have to enable the branch protection, and that's basically it. And with PRs incoming, one of the necessary checks will be the EasyCLA.
Yes, absolutely.
Having the approval in EasyCLA, or rather like signing the committer agreement or whatever. So that's basically done. Just one thing sticking out this EasyCLA. I just want to have this confirmed that it's working. All right. So for automating release process, I've kind of left this on a roster. It will probably need some cleanup in order to show this to general public, but that's basically done. So nothing.
Very close to be done. You just need to present and then got it.
Yeah, exactly. Just to clean up and make some documentation for it. Might be not that obvious what to do with it. So so yeah, that's this one. And another one, so the end-to-end tests, those are actually connected because they rely on the same Docker image for running those tests.
Okay.
So that one is done. I was just polishing up, making the reports and doing the comparison between what's in the repository regarding the percentage of test coverage and what's in a PR, how it will change. And in order to display it in GitHub UI itself, it would require a change in PRAW. So I don't really want to do it. So it will just generate the reports, and it will be kind of like a developer's in their interest to check this out, because PRAW, as far as I know, doesn't support like the specific like tailored message bound to some actions, and I don't really want to keep like a separate fork of PRAW just for our usage. So it will be. I will describe the process in a wiki for test infra and in general in Nephew's wiki, just as a part of kind of like becoming a contributor. People will have to get used to this flow, and maybe I will also file for like a feature request for a PRAW team. I've also made like a custom welcome message for that reminded me. I've made a custom welcome message for Nephew Experimental. So with the first PR, you will get there is actually a plugin called unsurprisingly welcome for PRAW that will can display the welcome information for the first PR for a certain person doing it. So it contains all the links to wiki, how to get around the Prow workflow, what are the commands, and like a general welcoming message. It should already be, it is deployed in our Prow. So that's just one thing I've remembered as well regarding the Nephew experimental.
Okay.
Anyway, so for the test coverage, that's also basically done. The reports are generating nicely. So this one and the next one, so the running end-to-end tests, those are actually bound to the same image, so they are the same status. I will.
I mean, Radu, can I request you to, so whatever you said, the limitations and the way you're doing, can you please add that as a comment to one of these two PRs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Probably others can also benefit from that, reading that comment. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, and the support for building OI components, this one's done.
This one done, right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And fossology scans failing, this is fixed as well.
Okay.
It should probably auto close. I've added or maybe not this one. Anyway, so I've also recently fixed the problem with linting in our test infra. So there are Ansible linters, and they were failing because of the changes in upstream images, or just changing of images for running those tests. So that's also fixed. I've seen that Istvan had some problems with it, but it's they are back at running conditions. So there's that, and yeah, generally, I guess today or tomorrow I will push up the majority of the changes.
Okay. So
and that's it.
Okay. It looks like most of them it's done, and then just need to add a comment and then push it out. So thanks a lot, Rado. So the one thing, Rado, from we are asking for a code freeze by the end of this month, and the release will be around middle of December. So what do you think, and what is your expectations of the team in order for us to make the R3 release? Is there anything that we need specifically from the team, or is there anything else that we need to do as a release team to make this happen?
Well, I don't think so regarding the SIG free. We need anything specific. I mean, we've already went through 2 releases, like one major and one minor, without any problems. So this one would be any different from it. So
okay.
Yeah, I guess we're good.
Cool. So I think I can stop sharing. And before that, let me see if there was anything else in any of the. Anyway, people were not there. Let's see, SIG release. I don't see anything as in last. So I can do a stop sharing. Cool. I think Akash, do you have any questions for us from the release perspective?
No, I just question is around this usage of the replacing the Terraform with OpenTofu. So where are we going with that? Like,
that one, if you see, Sandeep is starting with a proposal, right? Sandeep is starting. Are you? Two things. He is talking about more of enterprise use case. So are you talking about any of the scripts where we use Open Terraform at this point of time internally? Is that the question?
no, the question is like the Terraform license has changed. So
right, yes,
yeah. So like we have to change this so for the compatible with the OpenTofu.
There was an investigation. I guess Victor was looking into it, but I'm not really. I didn't look really closely. What's the change in the licensing? I guess they changed from Apache or something like MPL to BSL, which made it non-open source.
Yes.
I would say, but I don't think they added something something regarding the usage. So I'm not really um I'm not really into the whole legal stuff, but I don't think it changes the use cases. It more changes the way you can contribute to this project or reuse it as a component. We're just using it as a tool.
Yes.
So I suspect it doesn't impact us. I guess it would be nice to support the new effort of forking it and to show the support for new project. So as a side project, I guess it would be pretty cool to try to migrate or use it concurrently for some tests to kind of get out of this like it was like, for example, with MariaDB and MySQL stuff. But yeah, as far as I know, I mean, this has to be investigated, I guess. But as far as I know, it doesn't change the use case. It just changes the licensing of the component itself. Hopefully, they didn't add like it's forbidden for whatever, like non-personal use or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Akash, just to summarize what Rado said, there are two cases, right? One is using Terraform. For example, in some of our test cases or setup of the infra, we are using Terraform. So that is the usage of it. The second
Yes.
thing is using Terraform as a component in your product. For example, many products were using it internally to do some of the infrastructure management tasks, right? So
Yes.
for them, and especially if you're using them and if you're distributing your product, either open source or not, then it's going to imply that's where the implications of the new licensing model come into the picture. In our case, we are not internally distributing Terraform. We are just using it mostly for our infrastructure purposes. From the usage perspective, we are okay. With that said, we also want to use Terraform internally. I think that's the proposal coming from Arnan, right? Sandeep presented that use case. Amar actually presented that use case in the summit, and Sandeep is trying to make further inroads for that use case. He wants to embed OpenTofu inside Nephew to do some infrastructure delegation purposes. So that is that has been presented as an enterprise use case from Sandeep. So he has created a document for that. That has been shared. So that one, obviously, we had to discuss, Akash, in a wider group,
Okay. Yeah.
whether we want to pursue that, whether we want to pursue that, or how we want to pursue that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. Can you share the document on this chat actually? So
yeah, I'll do that. He's presented in Slack. Let me see, where is that? I'll show that. I got he presented it. Okay, he did it in random. Can I just share it in this Zoom chat? Is that okay?
Yes, yeah. So
yeah. Can you get to that?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. I got it. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool. So
Thank
is there anything else?
No, that's it. Yeah. That was.
Cool. So probably I'll stop recording. Then probably I'll just chat with Rado for a minute. Where is the recording? Oh man. Okay.